What do we call Kepler 10b? Huh? Thank you.
Vulcan.
If she's not telling you, is
All right, can I tell the story? Okay. When I first came to Ames, this was like 11 years ago, I knew of this guy, Bill Barucki, who was thinking about doing this, detecting planets with transit photometry. And at that time, this was like in 1999, it had never been done before. And my first reaction when I learned about this, as a PhD student, or a freshly minted doctorate in PhD in the United States, I was studying stellar activity, stars, and like sunspots and things, you know, and the sun has sunspots, right? And they rotate in and out of view as the star rotates. And I thought to myself, how is this guy going to find an Earth which is like smaller than a sunspot and looks exactly the same as the spot goes across? And so I emailed him and asked if I could come work on that question to study the feasibility. And what he actually put me to work doing when I got here was putting together a robotic observatory up at Lick, here to the east, to do transit photometry, to find giant planets transiting their host stars from the ground. And that observatory was called Vulcan. Vulcan because it's the god of fire. Vulcan because the ground-based observatory is sensitive only to short period planets, right? Because as I said, the constellation is only in the sky for like 3 months, right? So it has to be orbital period less than 3 months. So we knew that these were going to be giant planets very close into their parent star, very hot. And then there's the story about the mystery planet that people thought might explain the anomalies of Mercury's orbit. Maybe something orbiting interior to Mercury that was juking it around and causing these anomalies that turned out to be explained by general relativity. But people in the 1800s were in search of this hypothetical planet at a very short distance from its parent star. And they termed that hypothetical planet Vulcan. Anyway, so time goes on, Kepler's selected, and Vulcan is decommissioned. We stop doing Vulcan, and it's kind of out of our mind. And then Kepler 10b is discovered. And Dana Barry, the artist, did the animation rendering Kepler 10b, as I said before, as I explained. And the first time I saw that animation, man, my first thought was, wow, this is our planet Vulcan. It hit me. I mean, as much as we look at these plots and this data, there's nothing that compares to seeing something through the eyes of that artist. It was really a powerful moment for me, and that's where the nickname Vulcan came from.
Thank you, Natalie.